Every casino in Vegas, every fast food chain, every credit card company, every streaming service, every online retailer. They all have one thing in common. They make billions of dollars because you make terrible decisions. This isn't an accident. The entire global economy is engineered around your weakness, your impulses, your inability to delay gratification. Welcome to the uncomfortable truth. This world runs on your bad decisions, and the system is designed to make sure you keep making them. Today, we're exposing how the most profitable businesses in the world exist solely because humans are predictably irrational. Every bad choice you make, financially, emotionally, impulsively, feeds a machine that's carefully designed to extract maximum profit from your weaknesses. Reason 1. The credit card trap. Credit card companies made over $100 billion in interest and fees last year. Not from people who pay their balances in full every month. Those customers are called deadbeats in the industry because they don't generate profit. The real money comes from people who carry balances, pay minimum payments, and accumulate debt at 18 to 29% APR. Here's the brilliant evil. Credit cards are marketed as freedom and flexibility, but they're actually psychological traps. You swipe for a $200 dinner and your brain doesn't register pain because no physical money left your hand. Studies show people spend 40 to 100% more when using credit versus cash because the psychological friction is removed. That's not a bug, it's the entire business model. The minimum payment option is particularly insidious. Pay just $35 monthly on a $2,000 balance at 22% APR, and you'll take 9 years to pay it off, while paying over $2,000 in interest, doubling the cost. Credit card companies know most people choose minimum payments because it feels manageable right now, even though it's financial devastation long term. Your bad decision to pay minimum instead of aggressive payoff generates their profit margins. Reason 2. The fast food industrial complex. McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, Wendy's. The fast food industry generates over $250 billion annually in the US alone. Not because their food is nutritious or even particularly good, because it exploits your worst decision-making, choosing immediate gratification over long-term health. You know fast food is terrible for you. Everyone knows. Heart disease, obesity, diabetes. The health consequences are scientifically proven and widely publicized. Yet Americans eat fast food multiple times weekly because in the moment of decision, a $5 burger that's ready in 3 minutes beats cooking a healthy meal that takes 30 minutes and requires planning. Fast food companies engineer their products for maximum addictiveness. The combination of salt, fat, and sugar triggers dopamine responses identical to drug use. The convenience removes barriers to consumption. The low prices create the illusion of value, even though you're paying premium prices for bottom-tier ingredients. Your repeated bad decision to choose convenience over health generates their entire revenue stream. Reason 3. The subscription economy. Netflix, Spotify, gyms, software subscriptions, meal kits, beauty boxes. The subscription economy has exploded to over $1 trillion globally because it monetizes your bad decision to ignore recurring charges. Sign up takes 30 seconds. Canceling requires logging in, navigating menus, confirming multiple times, sometimes even calling customer service. Companies count on subscription inertia. You forget you're paying for services you don't use. The average American has 4 to 6 subscriptions they've completely forgotten about, bleeding $30 to $50 monthly. That's $400 to $600 yearly thrown away on pure neglect. Your bad decision to not actively manage subscriptions generates billions in profit from services never consumed. Gym memberships are the perfect example. 80% of people with gym memberships don't use them regularly, yet they keep paying because canceling feels like admitting failure. The gym industry makes more money from people who don't show up than from active members. Your bad decision to maintain a membership you don't use subsidizes the entire business model. Reason 4. The gambling and gaming industry. Casinos made $40 billion last year. Mobile gaming made $100 billion. State lotteries made $90 billion. None of these industries would exist if humans made rational decisions, because the math is publicly available and proves you'll lose money over time. Every casino game has a house edge. Every lottery has negative expected value. Mobile games use psychological manipulation so sophisticated, it's essentially gambling rebranded for children. Loot boxes, gacha mechanics, pay-to-win structures, all designed to exploit the same dopamine loops that make slot machines addictive. The gambling industry studies neuroscience, behavioral psychology, and addiction patterns to maximize time on device and money per customer. They know exactly how often to provide small wins to keep you playing. They know which sounds and lights trigger continued spending. Your bad decision to believe you'll be the exception, the winner, the lucky one, despite overwhelming statistical evidence, generates their entire profit margin. Reason 5. Retail therapy and impulse shopping. Americans spend over $500 billion annually on impulse purchases they didn't plan to buy and often don't need. This isn't random human behavior. It's the designed outcome of decades of psychological research weaponized by retailers. Stores place candy at checkout because your willpower is depleted after making shopping decisions. Online retailers show you customers also bought because social proof triggers impulsive additions. Limited time offers and only 3 left messages create artificial urgency. Free shipping thresholds make you add items to reach the minimum. Every element is engineered to make you buy more than you intended. Amazon made over $500 billion last year, largely because they've perfected one-click purchasing that removes friction from impulse buying. Your bad decision to click Buy Now on items you didn't need generates their market dominance. Reason 6. The payday loan and predatory lending industry. Payday loans charge 400% APR or higher. Rent-to-own stores charge 300% of retail. Title loans can cost over 300% annually. These industries made over $40 billion last year from people making the worst possible financial decisions, yet they thrive because desperation overrides rationality. Someone needs $300 before next paycheck. A payday loan charges $45 for 2 weeks. Seems manageable. But that $45 represents 325% APR annualized. Most borrowers can't pay the full amount when due, so they roll it over, paying another $45. The cycle repeats. Your bad decision, driven by immediate need overriding long-term cost, generates their entire predatory business model. Reason 7. Social media and attention economy. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, these platforms are free because you're not the customer, you're the product. They make money selling your attention to advertisers. The more time you spend scrolling, the more ads you see, the more data they collect, the more money they make. These platforms employ neuroscientists and behavioral psychologists to make their apps as addictive as possible. Infinite scroll, push notifications, likes and hearts triggering dopamine, algorithmic feeds showing content proven to keep you engaged. Every feature is designed to maximize time on platform. Your bad decision to open Instagram just for a minute that turns into 30 minutes generates their advertising revenue. The average American spends over 7 hours daily on screens, much of it on social media. That's 7 hours of attention monetized by companies selling your eyeballs to advertisers. Reason 8. Insurance you don't need. Extended warranties, rental car insurance, credit card insurance, phone insurance. Americans spend over $50 billion yearly on insurance products that statistically lose money. Companies sell these because most people make bad decisions driven by fear rather than math. That phone insurance costs $15 monthly, plus a $100 deductible. Over 2 years, you pay $460 for coverage on an $800 phone. Statistically, you're better off self-insuring and replacing the phone if it breaks. But fear of catastrophic loss makes people pay for protection they'll likely never need. Your bad decision, driven by anxiety rather than probability, generates massive profit margins for insurance companies. The uncomfortable conclusion. The entire economy is optimized to profit from your impulsivity, irrationality, and weakness. The most successful businesses don't create value. They exploit the gap between your rational intentions and your emotional decisions. You know you shouldn't buy that thing, eat that food, maintain that subscription, carry that balance. Yet you do it anyway. And trillion-dollar industries exist because of that predictable failure. This isn't a conspiracy. It's simply capitalism optimized through decades of behavioral research. Companies discovered that making rational products for rational consumers generates modest profit, but designing addictive systems that exploit human weakness generates extraordinary profit. They chose the latter. Your defense is awareness and systems. Awareness that every convenience, every easy option, every frictionless purchase is designed to extract money from your weakest moments. Systems that remove decision-making from impulse, automatic savings, blocked websites, cash-only rules, subscription audits, waiting periods before purchases. The world runs on your bad decisions. The question is, will you keep feeding the machine, or will you starve it by making better choices? If this video woke you up to how you're being exploited, like and subscribe. See you next time.